I'd been asked to give a talk to my colleagues in the library. And as I walked over there thinking library thoughts, I suddenly had a memory of something that had happened many, many years ago, many, many years before, and which I hadn't thought about in many years. And it was the memory of the first book I ever checked out of a library. The library in question was the High Lawn branch of the Brooklyn Public at West 6th Street and Kings Highway, 6 long blocks from the apartment where my family lived. And the book in question, can you guess, was a biography of Joan of Arc. Now, obviously, my childhood interest in Joan had to do primarily with the fact that I was her namesake, but I think now also it may have had to do with the fact that she was a relatively newly minted saint, having been canonized only a few decades earlier. In any event, I got home with the book, and I opened it, and I realized to my horror that it did not have the imprimatur of the Catholic Church, which is, of course, official approval of the Church of any book on a religious topic. It had been drilled into us in catechism classes at St. Mary's that we must never read anything about doctrine that didn't have the Church's seal of approval. Did this apply to Lives of the Saints? Would I risk my soul if I read the book? Well, I read it, come what may. I was in the library at this point, as I said, and that sudden memory of Joan inspired me to do a little bit of research. And I discovered that 2012 was the 600th anniversary of her birth. Well, we think it was the 600th anniversary. We don't really know for sure when she was born. She didn't know either. But the likelihood is she was born in 1412. And there's even a tradition that she was born on the Feast of the Epiphany, which would have been January 6th, 1412. My interest in Joan was rekindled, and like Mark Twain in his 60s, I became positively besotted with the Maid of Orleans. I could do nothing but think about Joan. That's the way she is. She grabs you, and no matter how well you know the story, you keep hoping, I still keep hoping, that it will turn out differently.